She seduced me. She remembers everything. She knows exactly what happened. She did it on purpose. These thoughts kept spinning in my head like I was trapped in a loop. I tried to recall the details, but everything was blurry, as if someone had cut a piece out of my memory. How it all happened and how I ended up in bed with her, you can hear in the last video on our channel. But now, let's get to the main part. On Sunday evening, after everyone had already gone home, I found Emily on social media. I stared at her photo for a long time, unable to bring myself to write. In the end, I just sent a short message. "We need to talk." She replied almost immediately, as if she'd been waiting. We agreed to meet on Monday when she and Jake would be back from their trip out of town. That Sunday evening, Rachel, my wife, came home. She was tired but happy, telling me about her business trip, about new people, about how much she missed me. I listened, nodded, but inside, everything was tightening up. I didn't say a word to her. I couldn't. I just hugged her tighter than usual and felt an invisible wall growing between us. The weekend dragged on painfully. I barely ate, couldn't focus on anything. Rachel kept asking questions, joking, trying to pull me out of my stupor, but I was somewhere far away. On Monday morning, I left the house earlier than usual, saying I had a lot of work. Rachel kissed me on the cheek, not knowing this might be our last normal day together. I arrived at Emily's place a little earlier than we'd agreed. My heart was pounding so loudly it felt like the whole building could hear it. She opened the door in home clothes, her hair in a messy bun, her face showing tiredness and something else, anxiety, expectation, maybe even relief. "Hi," she said quietly, letting me in. "Hi," I replied, not knowing what to do with my hands. We sat in the kitchen. I watched her hands, the cup she was turning in her fingers. "Do you remember anything at all?" she asked first, not looking up. "Almost nothing," I admitted honestly. "It's all a blur, just fragments. I don't even understand how we ended up together." "Me neither," she said with a nervous smile. "It was just a conversation, then laughter, and then all of this." "Do you think it was an accident? Or did we both want it?" I asked, not even sure why. "I don't know," she shrugged. "Maybe we were both out of it, or drank too much, or just got tired of pretending." I nodded. Silence filled the room, heavy with things left unsaid. "Maybe we should just forget it ever happened," I asked, my voice trembling. "Do you really think that's possible?" She looked at me, and there was something dangerous in her eyes. I didn't answer. She stood up, came closer, and I felt her breath. Everything I wanted to say disappeared. We kissed, at first cautiously, then more passionately, as if trying to drown out guilt and fear. Everything repeated itself, just like that night. Urgency, trembling hands, the desperate need to forget, even for a moment. I didn't hear the front door open. Only when Jake's voice sounded in the hallway did I realize, "Emily, are you home?" I forgot my keys. It all happened in a second. He walked into the room and froze in the doorway. His look, first confusion, then horror, then something completely cold and alien. He didn't finish. He just turned around and left, slamming the door so hard the walls shook. I got dressed in a hurry. I don't even remember how I ran out of the apartment. My heart was pounding. My ears were ringing. I knew it was over, but I had no idea how to go on. An hour later, Rachel called me. Her voice was strange, broken. "Can you explain what's going on?" she asked. I was silent. "Jake just came to see me. He told me everything. Everything. Do you understand?" She was crying, but there was steel in her voice. "I'm going to my parents. Don't look for me." I didn't try to justify myself. I just sat on the floor in the hallway and stared into nothing. After that, everything was a blur. Jake left Emily, Rachel packed her things and left. I tried to write to Emily, but she didn't answer. We never saw each other again. One mistake destroyed two families and brought no relief or forgiveness to anyone. I was left alone with a silence in which every echo reminded me that there was no way back.